Alright, so once you design the pages, you can go ahead to create that folder and the React project. Right, so for example, I'm going to create a folder and call it I'm just going to to-do app. Right, so I'm gonna add a new folder I just created, which is empty, and you can just open it with code. Right, so I think most students already done this, and we're gonna create the React app inside this folder. So we're gonna go to terminal. Right, to make this folder as a React project, we're gonna do npx create React app and put a space dot here. Right, it's gonna take a couple minutes to make this whole folder and the React project. I think I already helped most students do this yesterday. So if you already have the design, you should create your folder as a React project. Right. So I already just do this inside here. Right. So once it's done, the project is going to look like this one. Right. This is the the finished version. Once you do the create React app, it's gonna make you're gonna create those things inside your folder to make it as empty React project. Right, empty React project. Again, this is just the client side. Later, we're gonna also have the server side. So we can just do it right now. So if you want, you can just create, right-click, create a client folder. Client folder, and just drag those things. Actually, we can just drag those things into a client folder. So just all those things, drag them into a client folder. Right, make them into a client folder. Right, so let me just again. Right, so they are in the client folder right now. Because later we're gonna also have the server side. So, right, to see how the application works. Again, we can cd into the client folder and do the npm start. It's going to give you the empty project. Yeah, of course. Right, so we all know how to get started, npm start, right? So let me increase the font size a little bit. Right, so you should be able to see the application is running like that. This is a starting page, right? Only have a logo, have some text here. Alright, so next thing we want to do is we're gonna go to the source folder. Go to the app.js. Right, app.js. This is what do we have for the page, right? So we have a class name app, something like we have image, have edit source app.js, and save to reload. So this is basically just what this page have. Right? So edit source app.js and save to reload. They have image. Right? This is how the page looks like. Right? This is going to be start page. And if you change anything inside this page, it's going to change how it looks like. Right? Remember, app.js is where everything meets together. Right? It's a meeting place. So we're going to firstly clear this up. Right? We definitely don't want this logo and this text here. So we're going to clear this up. To clear it up, we're going to delete everything inside this return. Right? To make it an empty div. And also, we don't need the class name. Right, we don't need a class name, so it's empty. And also, the import is something like a logo. We don't need that. We can also delete the logo. And this is logo SVG file. On the left, we can just right-click, delete it. But I don't need it. Delete. I delete the logo. And in app CSS, they already create some CSS for us. We don't need anything here. Just clear that up, empty that. And index CSS as well. They have some pre-created CSS just here for you to test. We can clear them up. Let's leave them empty. Right, so now there's nothing. Right, if you just type like hello, you should be able to see the hello in your page, right? Just have a hello here. Right, so I'm recording this video, so if you are still creating the React app, just you can just do it afterwards. Just right now, just follow up to understand what we're gonna do first. Right. Right. So now we just delete the things we don't need, and what we want to do next is we are going to install the React router DOM. Right, it's a router, allows us to navigate between different components. Right, allows us to navigate between different components. So firstly, let's in the source folder, let's create a new folder. We're gonna call it components. Right, components folder. Inside here, you can put all your components inside it. Right, so I'm gonna create, let's say, so home.js, home component. Right. So you're gonna capitalize the components the component's name, right? Home. Capitalize the first character. Right. Home components, as we see, as just designed, we're gonna have a sign up. Let me say sign up.js, or say just register.js, right? Register.js, and login.js. And we'll have a about, right? So then I also want at least a dashboard, right? Maybe more than that. Maybe it's a profile, right? It's up to you. It depends on you, right? So those are the components I decided to have, right? You gotta think about how many components you're gonna have, how many pages you're gonna have, right? So for the home page, right, I'm gonna just RFC generate empty component here, right? I'm just gonna say home, right? So let's do the same thing. So there's a home component, register component, RFC. Let's just see register. Right? Just give a template of each page. And close that. And login component, RFC, generate a login component here. And about, right? So RFC generate a about component and put about here. And dashboard, same thing. I'm gonna put a dashboard here. Right, so each page can just have right now each component just have one line of text, just showing their name, right, in the return. Right, so in app.js, I'm gonna bring all of them together inside here. Right, bring all of them together inside here. So to do that, it requires us to install a library. The library called React Router DOM. We did it in the WebMaker as well. So if you're checking your code before, it will show you how you did it. So we're gonna npm I React Router DOM, right? So a library. Install that. It's a very small library. It'll take you a few minutes. Right. So installation is finished. Right. Installation is finished. Hold on. Seems like I installed in the wrong place. Sorry, I installed it outside. No, I'm gonna delete that. So I forgot to cd into client, and then do it. Cd into client, and npm I React Router DOM. Yeah, this is the correct way. Yeah, I'm gonna do this outside one. We don't need a server side yet. It's my bad. Make sure you install that in the client folder, right? So outside the client folder, it should be empty, nothing yet. We don't have a server side already. Right, so I'm also going to go ahead to open my WebMaker, so I can you can know like where to find the code you need. Right, let me just also open the WebMaker project as well. You can always use your old project as a template, right? So before you master something, just use that as a template to do stuff. Right, so that's my WebMaker, and I can go ahead check the client folder, check the source app.js file. Right, this is how I did it in the WebMaker. right, in the WebMaker. So I'm going to do the similar things. This is a new one, and this installation is almost done. So while it's doing that, we can just okay, it's finished. Right, it's finished. So let me close that. Right, so npm start is still running. Right, compiled successfully. Everything is working. Right, so we're gonna import few functions from the React Router DOM, from the new library we just installed. We can just copy from the WebMaker. So this one, import the browser router as router route switch from React Router DOM. Right, install those things from React Router DOM. So I'm gonna copy this line. This is the one we need, and bring that to the new application. Right, import the browser router route and switch. Right, inside the app here. So to construct a routing path, it's gonna be a similar thing like we did inside the WebMaker. Right, so we're gonna have a router, have a switch, and each component will be a route. Right, each component will be a route. So we're gonna do router. Right, change the div into router, and inside the router, we have a switch. Right, inside switch, we can have the each route, right? For each component, each page you're gonna have. So in our case, in this case, we're gonna have a home component, so route. Right, so route, and it has a exact, right? The path equals to a slash. Right, that's a landing page. When path equals to slash, that's a landing page. And we want to have our home component here. Right. So to use the home component, you need to import the home component into this file. So I'm going to import home from. Right. So home component is in the components folder. So I'm going to say // means current folder, looking for the components folder inside it, and looking for the home component. Right. We can also go ahead and import other components as well. So import other pages, about, from, / components / about. Right, we're also going to have a login. Right, keep going. Register. We're going to capitalize it. Right, from same place, components folder, register file. And last one is a dashboard. Right, so that's 5 components I just imported. Right, so I can use them one by one here. So right now, when routes go to /, it's go to home component. So if you open your project page, you see it says home here, because this is a home page, right? Localhost 3000. So it says I didn't put / anything, so this is a home page, which is going to be the anything you put in the home component. Right, anything you put in the home component is showing here. It's going to be a landing page. The first page you're going to be able to see. Right? So you can also add in the routes for the other components as well. So right after the home component route, adding another route tag, and see the same thing, exact path. And this time I'm going to create a path for the about page. So the path is going to be /about. Right? You can create this path to anything you like. I'm going to just put a /about. So what I know when I go to /about, I'm going to go to the about component. Right? So now there'll be nothing going to be changed for the home page, but in the URL path here, if I put /about, it's going to bring me to my about page. I can see the about here. Right? When there's nothing, it's go to the home page. But in the URL, if I put /about, it's go to about page. Right, so I'm able to see the both pages. Right, I have about page and home page, right, 2 pages. And I can keep going, adding all of them. So remember I have 5, so let's keep adding another one. Route, exact, path equals to login, Alright, I'm gonna just put login and go to the login page. Alright, so keep going. Route exact path equals to register. Go to the register page. Right, last one is the dashboard. So let me create it here. Exact. Right. So the path for that won't be just /dashboard, because the dashboard is like a profile. It's different for everyone. So when you know whose profile it is, whose dashboard it is for. So I'm gonna put a user and the /column ID, right? So we know like it's showing a different dashboard for different user. Right? You can change it. It doesn't have to be /user. It can be /profile, /dashboard, right? /dashboard is also work, but the key here is we want to have an ID here. And we know like this is use this ID. We can know whose information we want to grab from server, whose information we want to grab from database. Right? So let's test each pages. So I have the /about to go to about page, I have /login to go to login page, I have /register, go to register page, and we have /dashboard /some ID like 1, 2, 3. Let's go to dashboard. Also 2, 3, 4. Any IDs here gonna be treated as its ID, but it's always gonna bring you to the dashboard page. That's gonna be the first step to create the pages. And you will spend at least the rest of this week to design to transfer your designs into code. Right? For example, the home page, and you can go into the home component to write your code you like. Right? So you may want to bring the Bootstrap. Right? Can go to the the Bootstrap. So let's go to Bootstrap to bring the Bootstrap and find awesome. So if you go to Bootstrap. Right, so you can go to get started, and we want the CSS and JavaScript. So copy that, and where to put it? It should be go to the public folder, index.html, right inside here. I'm gonna put it just somewhere before the title, or right after title is fine. So this is a Bootstrap CSS, and I also want the Bootstrap JavaScript. Right, it's this one. Copy that. Right, it's very straightforward. So put it here. Right, CSS as well, JavaScript and CSS. That's gonna enable the Bootstrap for you. So you should be able to see the text, the font style changes. Right, you can also change it to some other font style with the Google Fonts, but that's not required. Right, so we have the Bootstrap ready, and once we have Bootstrap installed, you are able to grab the any components inside Bootstrap to use them. So for example, I want to using the Bootstrap navbar. Looking for navbar here. Let me see. I may want to using let me see, this navbar, right? This one. I'm going to copy the code of this. I want that. Right. So then we can put that in my home component. So where's my home component? Here, home.js. So inside div, I'm just gonna put this code here. Right, so it's gonna show the components for you. Right, you should after you put it there, you should be able to see the components showing. Right, the navbar, home, feature, price, disabled. You can change it upon on your request. Right. So firstly, you don't forget to change the class into class name. Right, so I'm gonna change the class into class name for all the classes you have here. Right, and you can also use the code you have in your WebMaker. Right, in the WebMaker we also have a navbar. You can using that navbar as well if you like. Right, any navbar you like. Right, maybe you don't even want a navbar. Right, so I'm gonna say m symbol. I call it m symbol to do. Right, you can just basically give it any name you like. M symbol to do, and the links I have here, Alright, so the first thing here is home. Right, so I don't need a syntax something like those things. Just put a home. And the second one I want to put about. And I have a well, login and register. Right, so home, about, login, register, those are things I have. Alright, you can feel free to change them to another style. They are, yeah. So this one is disabled. I think because of this class disabled here, I'm going to remove that. Right, yeah. So you can click them. Right now, if you click them, they don't do anything. But again, this time just a fake navbar. You can just keep anything to it. Now I have a navbar. I can think about adding background, adding a picture, adding anything to each page. So you can see, at least you can see each pages. Right, it's my login page, home page, and you can also change it to the about to change your about how the about page gonna look like. Right, it's time to start to transfer your design into the code. Transfer design into code. Right, so don't forget to commit your changes into GitHub. Right, so once you do something, you're always going to want to go to the GitHub to commit your changes into there. So I'm going to create a new project here. I'm going to call it msymbol to do. Right, so you can see the well, basically just did all of the things when we do the webmaker. So let's copy this 2 lines. We did all these things before. So this is going to be my first commit. So let's say git cd data. Remember, you are in the main folder. We call it the root folder. Right. So outside of the client folder. So we're gonna git add. You can do git add dot or git add star or git add dash capital A. It all means adding everything. Right. So basically just want to add all of this. And then we do git commit dash m. That's my first commit. Right, just first commit with component set up, and we just gonna pass the 2 lines just copied. Right, so the code is pushing. It's in my GitHub. I can working on this one with any computer I like right now. So I have a client folder and everything in the client folder. Right, it's gonna be the first thing we do. Right, so I'm just gonna stop right here. So I don't want to go too fast. Just one thing to do we did today. Just link all the components together and start create the workspace for you can start to design stuff and create item inside it for each page. Right. I'm going to upload this short video into the YouTube, and